I don't wanna waste no time, so pardon this lack of composure. Exactly what my life ordered, a lover and a friend.
Yo, real time. Yeah.
Riding on the same page, walking at the same pace, wondering how.
Hi everyone, if you're new around here, my name is Hannah Martin. And today I will be doing a tutorial on how to improve your arabesque. These are some of the exercises that I have really found helpful as a professional dancer with the Birmingham Ballet, and I hope you'll find them helpful too. Make sure to warm up a little bit before you start. I do some stretches and some warm up in this video, but if you feel like you need a little bit more, make sure to do that. I can't be responsible if anyone gets hurt during this tutorial, so please do be careful and take care of yourself. I would say these exercises are intermediate to advanced, but I will try and give some different beginner variations if necessary. Okay everyone, let's get to it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. We are going to start with some nice roll downs, some of my favourite exercises to kind of get that spine moving, because I think the spine is so important when it comes to getting a really nice arabesque shape. So right now we're just going to be curling through the spine 8 times, all the way down and all the way back up. I know this kind of seems like a hamstring exercise, but as I said, this is my favourite way to kind of start mobilising that spine. So you really want to think about rolling through each one of your vertebrae one by one to really get the joints oiled ready for the next exercises that we're going to do. On these last few reps, really focus on your breathing and how that's affecting the way that your spine is moving. On this final roll down, we're going to go right down to the floor and start our next exercise. You're going to go back into a child's pose, rolling through the spine once again, rippling through, and just starting to feel the mobility coming. Really, once again, trying to think about rolling through each vertebra of the spine. You don't have to be super bendy at this point, just keep it really nice and calm. As you do it, you'll find that you might start to have a little bit more mobility between each one of those vertebrae, but don't force it. Take it nice and slow. This is going to get us ready for the stretches we're going to do a little bit later. Remember to keep breathing. We're going to do 8 reps of this.
This energy. Sunday late nights feel so calm, and take what is yours. I'm praying that you get to me. Something's honest and so calm. Get something small, yeah. It's like summer in the moonlight, like a sip of love in paradise. You got a story I can be.
Now that our spines are a little bit more mobilised, we're going to do a few back arches to engage the muscles of the back. It's so important to have strong back muscles in order to hold an arabesque well. We're going to do 20 reps of this. Don't worry about pulling your back up super duper high. This is about engaging the glutes, the hamstrings and the back so that we're ready to lift those arabesques later on. Try and keep your legs straight, because obviously when you do an arabesque you're going to want to have extended legs, and try and keep your feet as close together as possible and on the floor. If you're finding your feet are popping off the floor, then maybe put them underneath something or get someone to hold them for you. Keep going, you're almost there. Don't worry if you initially have to reduce the amount of reps of these. As you get more advanced, you can start increasing them. Maybe start with 5 or 10 and then increase them to 20 incrementally. And you're done. The next thing we're going to do is a Swan Arch. So we're going to bend our feet to our head, really pulling up through that spine. Try and keep your knees together, but if you're just starting out, you can have them slightly apart. Don't worry if you're not touching your head to your feet just yet. This takes maybe a little bit of time, but it's really good for helping us get the mobility we need for the arabesque. Whenever you stretch your spine one way, it's important to stretch it the opposite way as well. So we're going to go back into a child's pose and hold it here for 20 seconds before repeating the Swan Arch one more time.
Life has been crazy, just wanna be okay. How can I pick up the pieces when everything breaks with every day? I'm getting older, I feel the weight upon my shoulders. I'm strong enough, I'll rise above. It's all gonna be okay. If I can be anything, I think I'm gonna be me. I know I gotta be me.
Great job. Now once again, reverse the stretch and hold the child's pose for 20 seconds.
I think I'm gonna be me. I think I'm gonna be me. Everything's changing, just trying to navigate.
I always like mixing my stretching with my conditioning for my back because I find that warms it up really, really well. So now we're going to go and do another strengthening exercise. This one for those glutes and those hamstrings as well as the back. You're going to lift one leg and down, lift the other leg and down, and then lift both legs and down, and once again both legs and down. That's one set. We're going to do 8 in total. This is pretty hard, but try your absolute best.
I think I'm gonna be me.
Now that you're starting to get the hang of this exercise, I'm going to demonstrate a few ways where we can make a few mistakes. It's really important to keep the legs super duper straight throughout, because if they're bent, there really is no point to doing this exercise at all. Another thing to watch out for is not to let your body lean forwards. It's really important to keep our back nice and strong and upright, because we don't want to be doing this in our arabesques.
I think I'm gonna be.
You're halfway there now, just 4 more sets to go. Keep it up and think of those corrections. Well done, you did all 8 sets. That is a pretty tough one, so let's stretch out our spine the opposite way. This time we're going to put our legs out in front and we're just going to lean over them nice and gently. Once again, this isn't completely about the hamstrings, this is more about stretching your spine the opposite way. So don't worry if you're not flat down, just really feel the opposition of your spine. This next exercise requires us to use our wrists a little bit, so let's warm them up. Just rotating them and getting them nice and lubricated, ready for some bridges and crabs. If you feel like your wrists are nice and warm and ready to go, try this next exercise. You're going to lie down straight, bend the arms in to your ears and push up into a crab. Walk your hands as close as you can into your feet. And then walk them back out into a bridge position where you keep your legs straight and push over your shoulders if possible. Once again, this is really great for increasing that spine mobility, ready for our arabesques. Once you're done, chin to chest, coming down and rocking and rolling out, so we're really bending the spine the opposite way. We're going to repeat this exercise one more time just to really feel those stretches. And coming down and rocking and rolling out to finish off this set of back exercises. The next thing we're going to go into is a set of exercises for splits, which again really helps with the arabesque balance. So we're going to go into a nice long lunge. This is really good for increasing that mobility of the hip flexor, which is obviously important for getting our nice arabesque position. We're going to hold it here for 20 seconds. Now we're going to go into another stretch. This is again a little bit more for the hamstring, but it's important for us to do splits safely. So you really want to keep that front knee straight and push as far over as you can, gently breathing through the stretch. Well done. We're going to go back into that lunge position that we were just in, and if you can, try and take your arms off. Keep breathing through the stretch and focus on trying to keep your hips nice and square. Think that your hips and shoulders are like headlights on a car, facing forwards. Good job. We're going to go back up into this hamstring stretch. Once again, both knees are straight and our hips are nice and square, and we're going to hold it there for 20 seconds. And coming back down, if you're ready, go down as far as you can into your splits position, really thinking about extending those knees, because that's what we're going to be doing in our arabesque positions. Make sure that back knee is nice and stretched, the toes are pointed, and we're pulling up through our core. We're going to hold it here for 1 minute. In order to prepare our arms for those arabesque lines, if you can, take your hands off for these last 30 seconds and just find your arm line in arabesque, switching one arm to the other. Really focus on keeping your shoulders square throughout. Great job. Now this next exercise is an optional one. I personally like doing a slight oversplit for my back leg in arabesque in order to increase my mobility so I can get it a little bit higher. Not everyone believes in oversplit stretching, so I will leave this totally up to you. You can skip on to the next part of this video if you feel like it, but if you want, you can grab a pillow or a foam roller or something soft to put under your knee to slightly increase this stretch. I personally like doing this on a chair, but once again, this is totally up to personal preference. If you do want to do this, we're just going to hold this for an extra 30 seconds to increase the stretch. Great job, everybody. We're now going to repeat all those exercises on the other leg. Let's keep it nice and even. Great job. Now that we've finished our stretches, we're going to get up and do some arabesques. This is one of my favourite exercises for arabesques. You can put your leg up on a chair, on a stool, whatever height works best for you. This is quite high, even for me. But we're just going to do small pulses. I'm going to do 10 and then hold for 10. Really try and focus about not moving your upper body too much, and mainly the movement coming from the leg. Really pull up through your core and keep those shoulders nice and square. Really focus on minimal movement of the upper body. Let's hold it for 10. You should really feel this in your muscles, in your back, in your glutes and your hamstrings. Make sure to do the other side as well. If you want to make this even more advanced, you could add leg weights. After you take the leg weights off, you'll find that your legs feel so much lighter, which can really help. Make it a little bit harder, you could do 20 reps of this, and you could do 2 or 3 sets. But in this video, we're just going to do 10 and 1 set. And then we're going to hold it for 10. Great job, everyone. Bring that leg down and shake it out. Really be careful about that back line. It's really easy for that foot to get sickled. I personally struggle with this a lot. Really think about your baby toes being pulled up to the ceiling. We're now just going to do some développés facing the bar, really focusing on all those things that we've been working on. So as we extend the leg, really think about the baby toes going up to the ceiling. Also think about turning out from the hip, not just from the back of the leg. Great job. We're just going to do développé on each side twice. So we've already done 1 rep. I'm going to do 1 more, really thinking about that connection between the back heel and the opposite shoulder. This is going to give us more stability when we go in the center. Think almost like there's an attachment between that heel and opposite shoulder. Great job. And there you have it. A beautiful arabesque. I really hope this tutorial was helpful for you, and I really hope that you are feeling like your arabesque is definitely getting there. I'd recommend doing this maybe 2 or 3 times a week to really see any significant results. Make sure to save this to your workout playlist. And if you did enjoy it, make sure to share it with a friend and help them out too.
I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to click that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up, and also comment down below if there's any other future tutorials you'd like to see on my channel. Guys, I'll see you all very soon. Make sure to dream big and make it happen.